You want maximum nut bust. It's very flavorful. You feel it in your mouth, like, and you swallow it, and it has that lingering.
I didn't know that Joe Rogan sucked you off. So what did it? How long did it take?
He just does a great job, man. It was quick.
Did you do any cocaine with Conor McGregor after the fight or no?
Thank God nobody watches this.
Yeah. Do you have pants on right now or what? You do. So you're saying no? Yes or no?
Like, what are the fucking chances you would ask me?
Well, I mean, we don't see you from the waist down, so I mean, you could, in theory, you could have a skirt on, you could have a kilt, you know.
Listen, I took my pants off because I'm so tired, and I got home, and yeah, I took my pants off because I figured you'd only see my upper body, and I was like, well, there's one person that would ask.
So no pants, no pants on right now. I was correct.
No pants.
Okay, I figured. What are we drinking tonight? Oh, what the hell? Ooh, that looks like the good stuff.
From Isles, it's the smoky. My brother loves this. It's actually it's got a lot of flavor. I'm drinking the 21, 25-year Macallan, totally overpriced, but it is super duper smooth. Like, that would be one of my go-tos. You know, I like the really aged stuff. It's super smooth, but guy was like, try the Scotch out, man. You know, and I think my brother would like it. But I'm actually surprised. It's very flavorful. You feel it in your mouth, like, and you swallow it, and it has that lingering, you know, flavors. So it's I'm becoming Scotch connoisseur now, I guess.
I could cut that up in a way where it would sound terrible. You know what you just said there.
Great.
I love Scotch. I stopped drinking. I just cut it. I'm so jealous of you right now. I stopped drinking, man.
This is the first sip I've had this year.
Really? Yeah. I mean, with the fight camp and everything. Where's the belt, by the way? Is the belt going to make an appearance or what?
It's on my car. Sorry.
Come on, you got to bring the belt on, Ben. There's no possible way you can get this thing.
I wore this.
What you got?
I wore the burn up.
So
my
wait.
nipples popping out.
So Ariel gets the belt. We get the T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's in my car.
All right, fine.
It's the same fucking belt. You've seen that goddamn thing 1,000+ times.
Yeah, but we had a lesbian champ that was BKFC. Love her, Christine Ferreira. She brought the belt on, and a big burly man like yourself can't bring the belt on our show. That's terrible.
Oh man. Can I send you a photo? Can I send you a photo with it?
All right, hold on a second. Let me do this.
Slice it in.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find a picture. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to do this real quick.
Yeah, there's photos of me with it.
Okay, so
go.
Yeah, I'm just going to have that picture over your face. Do you like this picture? What do you think about this thing?
It's not a bad photo.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm grimacing. There's one where I'm just standing like stoic. That one they got me making a face a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think no matter what, you're always looking good, man. You always got that. I don't know. You got don't fuck with me, but you can give me a hug too at the same time, right? It's like you got both of those things going on.
So what Feldman said today. He said I'm a fucking teddy bear that can fight.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to give you an intro now, okay? Because, I mean, I feel like this is like the Rogan podcast. We just got right into it. I don't know. Should I give you an intro? What do you think? Do you want an intro?
Give a fuck. What's your shit?
Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the heavyweight champion. I mean, like I said, we had a champion on from bare-knuckle. Great for Christine Ferreira. She's phenomenal. A big fan of her. Love her. But this is the first time ever we got the heavyweight champion, the guy that won the belt on Saturday night. I mean, I was looking at your statisticals, and 4 fights.
My testicles? What?
Statisticals.
Stop fucking looking at my nuts, man.
Wait.
You're always fucking talking about something fucking my nuts, my cock. Like, can you stop?
So it's not statistics. Did I say statisticals?
Oh, statistics.
I must have.
You definitely slurred out testicles.
You must have heard me wrong. I don't know.
Testicles, yeah, because it's I'm just trying to fuck with you a little bit.
Well,
listen, man. I'm in 5 days. what an average person in 5 days that you have 8 hours a day. So what is that math? And math's out to like 45 hours of sleep. Dude, I'm on like 15 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you gotta be shot. This is crazy.
So I'm hurting. It's a great hurt, man. I've just been the amount of interviews I've done, just the most amount of interviews I've done in a 2-day period of time, which is super cool. I mean, it's good to be on demand. It's good that people want to talk and hear my story. So it's a cool thing. You're just catching me at the end of Tuesday. I'm just, I haven't had my first drink this year.
Well, I appreciate you having it. This is the first.
Cheers.
Wait, is this the first drink you've had since camp? You're saying?
I was making a joke for 2025. I better not have been drinking this year.
Yeah, look at you.
But last year I got to go on a pub crawl for my birthday in October, and I think I had a drink in April after my win, and that's pretty much the only 2 times I drank last year.
Yeah, wow. That's great. Yeah, I tell you, I had to stop drinking because of hiatal hernia. I'm just getting old, and I got like a hole in my stomach or something. So now I can't have alcohol.
Yeah, that's not good.
That sucks, right? Man, I'm just an old man.
Smoke some pot instead.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. I knew you would understand, Ben. I knew you would understand. I had you on as a therapy session for myself. Is that weird? All right, so no belt.
You feel better about yourself?
Well, I figure since you didn't bring the belt on, let's just have a buddy conversation.
Yeah, you're fucking going to guilt trip about the belt. Listen, splice my photo in.
I'm going to
splice it in.
I'm going to superimpose. That's why I pre-recorded this. I had a feeling you would disappoint me, Ben. All right, so four fights in bare. I'm going to pretend like I'm professional right now. 4 fights in bare knuckle, and it looks like 4 minutes you spent inside the squared circle in bare knuckle. Is this accurate?
No.
No?
You don't know how to fucking do math at all.
What is it? What's the time?
You can say 3 fights.
Yeah.
3 fights equated to, we'll do it real quick. I say it was 5 seconds, but Bobo Bannon was 20 seconds.
Okay.
37 seconds Saturday night, and Todd Duffy was 45 seconds.
Okay.
So math that up. That's under 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then me and Josh Copeland went we went 3 2-minute rounds. So Josh Copeland was 6 minutes, and he quit on the 3rd round.
Gotcha.
So there's 6 minutes there,
yeah,
and then another minute and a half. So about 7.5 minutes, 4 fights, 4 finishes.
That's not much time inside the squared circle, correct?
That is less than I spent in one UFC fight. I mean, it's pretty wild. I've had several 3-round fights in the UFC. That's 15 minutes plus of fighting. I had a 25-minute fight once, and I had a couple 2-minute finishes, but most of the time, I was spending some time in that cage, taking a lot of shots. And here, I'm 7.5 minutes, and I've only gotten hit once, really. Copeland, he cut my eye, and he only hit me. It was the first 10 seconds of the fight, too. Everything else that he hit me with were like little rabbit punches. Outside of that, I haven't really been hit, so it's pretty fucking awesome.
It's crazy. Like that limited time in combat, no gloves, and you win a title. Like that's got to be nuts. Like to think back, like here you are sipping on your scotch, no pants on, and you're reminiscing with me, a very handsome man, and nothing gay about this at all, right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Are you a switch hitter or what?
No. I'm completely straight. But for you, Ben, I might make. I don't know. I might make. I probably would have no choice if I was with you.
You know what the fucking coolest thing is? It's not even UFC fighter. If UFC fighters get their hands wrapped,
yeah,
they put 4 ounces on. It's protective. I didn't realize how much 4 ounces were protecting my hand until I really started hitting someone with bare knuckles. But like, what you witnessed me do to a BKFC world champion, a guy that's had, a career of fights. He's on kickfighting. He did all. He's a dangerous guy, Mick Terrell. Mm-hmm. And I'm walking on the street, and with my bare hands, that's what I would do to somebody. Like, people have to understand, like, on the street, when I'm walking around and you see me, that's what you'll get.
So there's a video over here of you screaming in celebration and the belt going around you. Can you reenact that scream right now? I know the kids are... No, you can't? Like low, because the kids are sleeping.
Hear my voice, man? I'm fucked up.
If you could whisper it right now, could you whisper it? Does it feel good in the ring or on the show right now? Which feels better?
No, it feels dumb as fuck on your show. I just fucking take out the fucking. I just drop a 260-pound man in front of 17,700 people, screaming at the top of their lungs on their feet. Yeah, I was just joining in with them. I was excited for them.
Is this the biggest moment? I mean, you've done the whole UFC thing. You fought the best of the best, right? And then you make this walk at 17,000 people, Philadelphia, this whole thing.
It's the biggest moment. Because I got a belt put on me. It was such a clean knockout. You know, it put people... Look, when I knocked out Overeem, it was in a small arena. It was under 10,000 people. And it went viral on the internet. But even then, people were like, oh, they kind of cheered. You know, they were into it. When I submitted Josh Burnett, a lot of people didn't even realize what they witnessed. You know, it's a submission. It's just not the same thing.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan was fucking sucking me off, and like 17,762 people all understood what the fuck just happened, and they were all screaming as loud as they could. It was the biggest moment in my career for sure.
This is pretty interesting. I didn't know that Joe Rogan sucked you off. So what did it? How long did it take?
He does a great job, man. It was quick.
Oh. That's great news. That's great news. You know, it's good that he gets the job done quickly. So he's lying on the floor here, Terrell, right? This guy is what, 9-1 in bare knuckle. This guy has been smoking people left and right. He's the champion.
4-fight win streak. Yeah, he beat Arnold Adams, who was considered like the best of the best, and he put Arnold down pretty hard. Beats Lorenzo Hunt, who Lorenzo says Lorenzo's the greatest bare knuckle fighter ever, and Mick puts him down in less than a round.
Crazy, man. So and it seemed like you drew the picture. I saw on your Instagram you drew that picture where you kind of saw this happening. I guess
people want to buy that shit. Money offers, and I'm like, it was a dry erase board, and they're like, well, get the board, and I'm like, it was the woman's. Like, she took her board away from me. They're like, well, then redo it. They're like, make another one. I'm like, what the fuck?
How much are they offering you for this? Have you got a price?
Some money, you know.
Like what? Like $5 or what?
Like $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Come on, really? No kidding. $1,000.
I think they think it's something. I think they something they could. And the one guy I know specifically is a big collector of stuff, so he must feel like it's something that down the road he could turn around and do something with it.
It is a beautiful picture, stick figures, and I'm playing the video over here of the young lady who interviewed you, and you were starving, right, during this interview? Like the lead up, you needed a cheeseburger, correct?
I'm 295 right there.
295, wow, 295, and Jesus Christ. So with the press conference and everything like that, you're like, get me the hell out of here. I need to eat, right? Like this is terrible.
Well, I was 306 on Monday, and this is Thursday, and I'm 295. So like. Yeah, I'm down 11 pounds right there. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but like my body's depleted 11 pounds already. And the only thing that's on my mind is I have another 20 pounds to go that I'm going to start in about an hour from that time right there. So it was the biggest part of the fight for me. Yeah. And we didn't get it done till 4 a.m. Friday morning. So it was
oh my God.
It was something.
Yeah, I heard through Ariel, the whole thing where you had that trainer, do you a favor, and guy did a phenomenal job. You look like you were in great shape. But I think more importantly, this picture, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe 2,000 it should be worth, right? I mean, 1,000, that's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, look at that.
You look pretty thin in that picture. Yeah, a lot of people, and this is where it gets a little edgy. This is the edgy part of the interview. You ready for the edgy part? I like to warn my guests when it's time to get edgy. You ready?
Edgy.
Yeah.
Edging. That's a technique, isn't it?
Well.
Edging.
Yeah, Joe Rogan does that. He edges you before he sucks you off, right? Is that what he does?
We want maximum fucking nut bust. So let's go.
Oh my God, dude. Have you ever been on JRE?
No, I think the time's kind of got to be coming soon.
I mean, you're the heavyweight fucking champion. I mean, after this interview, it's gonna be a little trouble. It's gonna be tough. Well, he's a comedian. He gets it, right?
Thank God nobody watches this.
Yeah. We're gonna get 5 views. So anyway, so here comes the tricky question here. I didn't hear Ariel ask this. He's a terrible journalist, but I'll ask this anyway. There are a bunch of people sliding into my DMs. I got so many messages of people just saying I cried during your post-fight speech and this and that. I was a little emotional too. I didn't cry though. I'm not a pussy. But these other people were crying and getting emotional. And then I was getting messages, and I'm sure you got these from these UK, rotten teeth bastards out there, and they're saying that you're a cheater. They're calling you a cheater because you eye poked on purpose, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I want to get it from you, Ben. What do you say to those knuckleheads?
I was framing, and he fucking walked into my frame. Now, it looked stupid the way my fingers went. But, a frame is a flat hand. Wow. And my hand, he put his head, came into it, and hit it. Now, here's the thing. If the referee even slightly thought it was something, he would have fucking did something, said something, forced Mick to take a longer time, but he didn't. He goes to Mick, you have 5 minutes. And Mick goes, I'm good. Mick then posted to all those fucking dumb fucks on – Mick's a pretty cool guy, I got to say. He posted to all those guys. He's like, I could see fine. He's like, I went to kept fighting if I couldn't see. But they don't want to hear it, man. They fucking love their guy, and they're going to come up with any way they can cry, man. They're going to cry.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Everyone has to find a way to make an excuse when their guy loses.
And, Mick, I don't know if you've seen his post, but he goes, he has a picture of the arena filled. And he goes, I don't always get knocked out, but when I do, I make sure it's in front of 17,760 people. I'm like, this fucking guy, man. I'm like, how can I not like the guy? I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
That is pretty cool. And you guys were cool afterwards? Did you guys talk?
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
He got under my skin. I think he was thinking, oh, maybe get me mad. It was gonna work against me, but I fight really, really well when I'm mad. And him and I we talked a lot. At KnuckleMania 4 and prior, like we've had good conversations. We've talked a bunch. I mean, if we weren't fighting, that guy would be like, if we were cool, we'd be friends, like for sure. And leading up to the fight, I'm like, fuck you. I'm kind of like, fuck you then, and he was going with it. And then after I weighed in, he all of a sudden, I don't know if he got really scared, but he was like, oh, Ben, very good job. You did a great job, man. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't fucking come say that to me, man. I'm fucking hitting you in the head tomorrow. Like, don't be nice. But he was just, he didn't care. He was like, oh, good job. We'll have a good fight tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And then, I knocked him out. And then in the back room, he was just like, Ben, if anybody knocked me out, I'm glad it was you. And I'm just like, God damn it, man. Like, what the? And he was just very nice. I can't fucking say anything bad about the guy.
That's awesome. 2 things that I get from this story. One, you have a fantastic British accent. It sounds like I'm ordering Chinese food. That's what it sounds like. And 2, now all those people out there that are making all these excuses, this is the guy that got knocked out. This is the guy that lost his belt in front of 17,000 people, and he's totally cool with the situation. So everyone out there.
He put it right on bare knuckles where a lot of people are crying. He put it on there.
Yeah.
So, wrote it out to him.
So I got sound effects of everyone crying real quick. Hold on a second. I don't know if you hear it.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, those are the voicemails that they were sending me. Anyway, let's move on from that. So now you're the champion. Just pick. All right. Anyway, now you're the champion. Okay, you have the belt, and then I hear that you are a free agent. What the fuck is going on? Is there anything new since you've done all these interviews and everything like that? Is there anything new that we can?
So I was on Dave's podcast, him and Brian Social's podcast, and Dave's like, Ben, we're fucking signing you. I'm going to get the deal done this week. And then he went on Ariel Helwani and he said some really, really nice things he didn't say about Jeremy Stevens or anybody else. So I feel very good about being appreciated. I like fighting for him very much. He's the exact opposite of Dana White. I'm not going to I'm not going to say much, but this Dana White and I didn't have any conversation, and Dana White's not a person that I respect him as a businessman, but I respect David Feldman as a businessman and a person.
Yeah.
I love the relationship between him and his son and what they're doing. I like how David takes care of his staff, and he's a good man, and I very much am proud to fight for him. And when he says he's going to get it done, I know he's going to get it done. So.
Yeah, I tell you what, I have a lot of respect for what BKFC has done. And Feldman, when he got emotional and everything like that, talking about this event being so big, 17,000 people filling to the roof, everyone's there. I mean, that is pretty impressive, especially when you think about the UFC. And we were talking about this on the live stream. The UFC number 5. Right? There was like 9,000. It was Gracie versus Shamrock, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that was like 9,000 people it was in front of. This was 17,000 people. bare-knuckle-mania number 5. Think about it. Like I tell people, I'm like, think about. Now I understand the UFC's done a lot of great things. 30 years of doing this and the top dog, right? But what BKFC has done is pretty spectacular in the limited time that's been around.
Yeah, I mean it is. So. It's incredible. Yeah. What can you say?
Did you cry when you won? Did you go back in the back? Because you don't seem like the type of guy to cry, but did you like cry at all or no?
I was just on cloud 9 trying to take it in.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me until I seen a picture of myself with the belt on my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
And that was like hours and hours later. And that kind of like hit me. It like hit me really hard. Like I fucking did it. You know? Fucking champ. So that was a moment. That was a personal moment.
I tell you what, man, because we felt it as fans. I mean, I think I could speak for the fans out there. I'm sure you got an overpouring, everyone DMing you and messaging you about this. But I mean, we all felt it. It was crazy, man. We could feel the emotion as you knocked him out and you roared to that crowd. It gave us all fucking chills. It was nuts, man. And like, listen, I only know you from doing these interviews over here, but I felt it. I felt that guy. It just felt like the kid grew up and became achieved what he wanted to achieve. We got to see with our own eyes at 43 years of age in front of that massive crowd. It was a phenomenal thing to witness as a fan. So I can only imagine you going through that, being in there doing that.
I had to accept, years ago, I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to win a worthy world title that means something, and I went through some fucking bad depression periods of my life, man. And it's pretty bad, like suicidal type depression and some pretty dark fucking demons I've had to deal with. And thankfully I have some mental fortitude that I got myself through it. And I was okay. Like if the BKFC didn't exist, I was like, all right, man, I got 8 more fights in the UFC. It kind of got me out of my hole. I got some fights and I made some money. I wasn't happy. And then I left the UFC on a fucking knockout loss. I mean, that was kind of like depressing. But they did have me. I was set up to fight Gustafsson. I was set up to fight again in the UFC. And then my management was like, Ben, I think we need to ask for our release. And I was like, are we going to PFL? Are we doing something? They're like, I think we need to do it. We talked about it. We talked about why. We talked about what my future was with the UFC. And I'm like, let's fucking do it. And 6 weeks later, I had this really, really cool fucking offer to do bare-knuckle fighting, which my wife said, abso-fucking-lutely not. But my brother, after we went over everything, my brother's like, dude, you're fucking made for this. He's like, you really should do it. So he got me excited. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to fucking go for it, man. I'm going to win their belt. And here we are, Wow. A few years later, 4-0. And, I'm glad I didn't win the belt 3 years ago. I'm glad I didn't win the belt 2 years ago. I'm glad I didn't win the belt a year ago. I'm glad I won the belt Saturday night because that was 17,700 people and a worldwide audience with DAZN. It was like meant to be. Like everything happens for a reason. And now all of that pain and all that depression, all that shit that I went through, I understand now. And that's why I'm here right now.
It's phenomenal, man. What a story, dude. That's fucking powerful hearing you say that, man. I might do a Joe Rogan in a second. Like it's getting a little uncomfortable. I know we're limited on time, so I got 2 questions.
Yeah, how are we doing on time?
I mean, we're only 5 minutes in, but anyway, what is that behind you? What is that? A wig? What the hell? What is that over there?
It's Hanzo.
So you don't bring your belt, but you bring your pussy. Is that what happens over here, Ben?
He's a boy. He ain't that kind of pussy.
Okay. You're touching a pussy on my show, and it's phenomenal. So Conor McGregor, did you do any blow with him after the fight?
What?
Did you do any cocaine with Conor McGregor after the fight or no?
No, man. The BKFC had me too busy. And that they were saying saying he does cocaine. I don't know about that. The guy just has a lot of natural energy. Okay, give him a break.
I fucking love him, man. I love it. Honestly, I've always been a
character, man. He's fucking awesome. He promotes us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's obviously a part of why this fucking thing's blowing up and getting all the eyes on it, and having a show. His fans, probably tuned in. They're like, all right, Conor, we're going to trust you. And I think we delivered Saturday night, and we made a whole bunch of fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Conor's like that edition of Conor McGregor is phenomenal. And if he fights out his contract and then fights in BKFC, dude, I mean, he's going to do exactly what he did for the UFC. And then so, I mean, now he's part owner. So it's like,
I think he would fight passionately too. I think MMA's like, made him who he is and stuff, but I think you can just see he fucking loves this.
Yeah.
He really wants to do this.
Wouldn't it be funny, like, since Artem Lobov is suing him and Artem Lobov fought for bare-knuckle, that Conor returns, like his debut in bare-knuckle would beat the shit out of Artem Lobov? What do you think?
I want to see Conor versus Mike Perry, though.
Mike Perry. Ooh, that would be good, yeah. Do you think Mike Perry ruined everything by fighting Jake Paul, or do you think he's okay, goes back to BKFC, all good?
I mean, you want to talk about Mike taking care of himself? I mean, I would hope he made some money. He made some money to take care of his family. Because when fighting is done with us, it shits us out and don't give a fuck about us. So we gotta make some money. We gotta take care of ourselves to a point.
Yeah.
But I feel like losing to a fucking cunt like that, it hurt his brand. That's me. This is my personal opinion. I felt like it hurt his brand because Mike Perry was the talk of talk before that fight. He was everywhere. Joe Rogan, everybody was talking about Mike Perry. And then he lost to fucking that cunt, and that was it. It was like fizzle. Yeah. I just think he lost some of his aura. But he's still a fucking awesome dude. I always back Mike Perry, man. I got his back. I fucking love him. And we just need to get him back in. Get him back in the BKFC. Let's get him to knock somebody out.
Absolutely.
He'll get it back.
Yeah, one fight changes everything, right? That's it. Yeah. Everyone forgets, right? So now that it seems like you're going to stay with BKFC, is this Mark Hunt thing going to happen? The rematch with Mark Hunt, or do you have your eyes?
So Dave was pretty adamant today that he's not letting a guy just come in and fight for a title. So he says they have to get Mark Hunt a fight first, and they're working on that. So it sounds like I'm going to fight somebody in the roster first.
Okay. Is that, you know what? I think that's right. That makes sense. But does that get you excited? I mean, I guess the bag of money is what matters now, right? It's like.
Yeah, the idea of getting just to fight, I don't care who, just let me fight somebody in Wisconsin would be great.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to usher in bare-knuckle into Wisconsin. And it would open a lot of other doors because then I think I would start throwing my own bare-knuckle fights here in Wisconsin. I can start getting a team built, get some ticket sellers created. But Dave said they're doing it. They said they're coming to Milwaukee. So,
that's awesome. Dude, that's great, man. Okay, you got a second for, I mean, we're only 10 minutes in. You have a second for rapid-fire fan questions?
And then I got to go.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Here we go. I'm gonna put it out there. We're only 10 minutes into the interview. Here's Ben Rothwell, okay? I put something up on YouTube, and I said, listen, you got to ask him some questions. This is a big opportunity. And Ben took phone calls last time. I don't want to do that to him again. Here's from, let's see. Ann says, look at that. All right, she's hitting on you. Let me just move on. This guy, Edmund-H1U, just says, no question, says, just extremely proud and happy for Ben. He is a great guy that gives it all.
Oh,
Look at that. How nice is that? Uncle Mike H says, what is your favorite city to fight at?
Philadelphia right now, man. That was awesome.
Philadelphia. Yeah, I mean, that was a good time, right? Ozzy Cat says, does he have anything new planned for his next walkout since he's the champ now?
That's a good question. I would like to sit down with BKFC and hope we can add in. I love my cloak. I really liked how I came out my last fight. I like my new shorts. I would just like to cover up my legs and be a little darker. And I'd like maybe some more pyrotechnics. I'd like to add a little more oomph to it.
You should come in from the rafters. Do you ever think like maybe that's just like Fart Man and Howard Stern? I don't know if you ever seen that, like assless pants.
I'm not the fucking Crow or something.
Okay.
I need to fly in and just want to walk out as menacing looking as possible.
Okay. Just a suggestion. So this is a Gunslinger Gaming 5793 says, as an amateur MMA fighter trying to make it, what is the best way you've found to juggle MMA training, hobbies, family, etc., especially at an elite level? Great question.
Have a good woman in your life.
There we go. There it is. Have a good woman in your life. Okay, that's great advice, right? In anything in life, you need a good woman beside you for sure.
Whatever the fuck it is you're gonna do, they can make or break you.
And if the woman doesn't work out, have Joe Rogan suck you off, right? I mean,
that takes some effort.
Yes. Pulse Reloaded says, what is your favorite spot to eat when traveling on the road?
What the fuck? Can you just ask me what my favorite thing is to eat when I come home from my fight or something? Like,
well, we know that's pussy.
Because I don't. Listen, man. I was gonna talk about cheeseburgers, and you're talking about fucking eating pussy. Like, I pet the pussy.
You don't eat pussy? Do you go to?
I don't even want to get into all that. The whole fucking thing. What I want to talk about is when I fucking travel. I don't eat fast food. He asked me like chains.
Yeah.
What chain do I go to? I don't go to any of them.
No.
When I travel, I'm probably traveling for work, and Whole Foods is like our main place. Like we go to Whole Foods and we try to get Airbnbs and try to cook for ourselves. Okay. So if I'm traveling for a fight, I'm not fucking eating anywhere. I'm getting an Airbnb and I'm grocery shopping.
And after this fight, did you get yourself a nice fat Philly cheesesteak or anything like that? What was your...
Dude, the Philly cheesesteaks are fucking garbage. All my friends, they were eating them the week of the fight, and they're like, Ben, these are fucking terrible. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Philly? And, I mean, I make a badass, I call it a Wisconsin cheese. I can't even put Philly's name on it anymore. I call it Wisconsin cheesesteak. I make an awesome one. Uh-huh. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them because there's chains like Jersey Mike's. They make a better fucking cheesesteak than Philly cheesesteaks.
Wow.
It's the workers. They're just lazy and they don't give a fuck.
Is it the whiz? Do you not like the whiz on it or something like that? Or is it the actual cheese?
I don't know which one does that. But a lot of these places they went to didn't have the whiz. It was just barely cooked peppers, onions, and mushrooms, like raw fucking. They didn't chop up the meat. Like, dude, it was pathetic. I felt bad for my guys. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Philly? Like, if I got behind the grill, I could probably take their ingredients and make the sandwich pretty good. But, dude, these sandwiches are getting put together like fucking garbage.
Wow. That's shots fired. You're going to get a lot of angry Philly people. The 5 people that go watch, there might be at least one.
I know, fuck that. I'm sure the Philly people are pissed off, too. Like, the fucking shit was garbage.
So you're speaking for them?
I feel bad. Yeah, it's fucking, they should be rioting.
So why not, like Sam Alvey has a food truck, why not have a Ben Rothwell food truck that you just roll into Philly and do it right? What do you think when you're done, when everything's done?
Come on, man. That's small-timer shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. So what do you have to say to the people now that you're the champion? I mean, I don't see a belt, but let's pretend you are, right? Now that you're the champion, okay, of bare-knuckle FC, the heavyweight champion of the world, what is your message to the fans and to the roster out there?
That if I'm a true MMA asshole,
that's MMA-Holes.
I was to not show up with my fucking belt because that's what a fucking asshole does. I'm representing on this motherfucking show that nobody watches.
Is this the only show you went on without the belt? Just be honest.
No, man. Okay. I showed up on the president's show today. I didn't have my belt either.
All right, so me and Dave Feldman, you don't like. Okay, got it, Ben. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Listen, man, it's hard. It's hard for me to like carry. Like, I'm not a sunglasses and inside and wear fucking gold chains and fucking think I'm cool. Like, I just.
Yeah.
And the belt is kind of like that. It's like, oh, look how fucking cool I am. So it's actually hard for me.
Are you gonna wear the belt in bed? You know what I'm saying? Like frisky time, sexy time?
Yeah, fuck with the belt on. I don't need that getting in the way, man. I need every inch I can get.
Okay. So your wife doesn't say, hey, just throw it on once, you know?
Listen, I'm going to hit you with the fucking belt. The fucking thing's heavy.
All right, Ben. Thank you so much.
I'm going to leave a permanent BKFC right on your fucking forehead.
Well, I got a big forehead, so that would look nice. All right, thank you so much for not bringing the belt on. I appreciate you coming by once again. Congratulations, man. All the best to you and your family, man.
Start sucking me off like Rogan, man, and I'll bring the belt next time.
All right. I'll get right to you. Okay.
Pick your game up.
Next time I will do that. I'll fondle your balls. All right. Thank you, Ben, so much for coming on, okay? Have a great night.
Thanks, MMA assholes.
All right. There he is, Ben Rothwell.